Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd, and in case you missed my last video about my Batmobile, I got this really cool Batmobile. It's a McFarland Batmobile, and it has lights and sounds, and it is, like, really cool. You can see the lights lighting up. Of course, I have so many lights on in here, it's kind of hard to see, but, yeah, it's loud, turn off. But I wanted to put this Batman into the Batmobile. And this is a larger size Batman. It's the same size Batman as a He-Man figure from the Classics line. And to make him fit, I had to cut his cape a little bit. But then I realized he can't hold his steering wheel. No! So now what I tried to do, his hands cannot reach that steering wheel very easily. I could twist his body and put one arm forward. That just looks really dumb. So I went back to the drawing board, because that's what I do, and I made this cool little steering wheel. Now, I have a free STL if you want to download it and make your own, and mine came out kind of rough on top. I should have used a different size nozzle, but basically this just goes over the top of the steering wheel, just like that, and then you stick Batman's hands onto the sides. And bada bing, bada boom. You don't want to put it on his hands first. It's easier that way. Firmly grasp it. Alright, let me stand up so I can get a better handle on this. I had it in there earlier. There we go. There's one. There's the other one. There we go. And then just stick it on the steering wheel. Bam. And now he can hang on like he's actually driving. And it's got some cool the fins are hitting the camera. Sorry about that. But look how cool that looks. Look at it. It's so cool. Anyway, free STL. If you have a friend that has a 3D printer or you want to print your own, feel free. I'm not giving you permission to sell them, though. So don't say, hey, I got this cool new STL, I can start putting it on Etsy. No. I still retain the rights to the file. But if you want to make it for friends, want to make it for yourself, there is the cool. Now, it looks a little dorky just because it is so huge, but it has to fit over the steering wheel. I didn't want to make everybody have to break the steering wheel off for it to work, so you can still have the original by just pulling this right up. And there you got the original steering wheel right underneath. Alright, so there you go. I guess I'll show you some cool features about it. What the heck? What the heck? So one cool feature about this is when I made it, his legs were really close to the wheel, so I couldn't go all the way around. But I went past the halfway mark, so it won't just slide back up. So you have to actually put it onto the wheel. I was going to make it right at the halfway mark, but then I realized when you're driving around, you're pushing the Batmobile really fast, and all of a sudden, whoop, up comes the steering wheel. So you have to actually get in front of the steering wheel and then push it down into it. And now it's going to stay a whole lot better. And what's really cool is I based it on the Batman symbol of the time that this was coming out. It was the Batman symbol right before the Batman and Robin movie, because the Batman and Robin symbol, it's really weird. It has like two Batmobile, or two symbols in one. It's got the Bat symbol and the Robin symbol stacked on top. And that just wouldn't work for a steering wheel. So I used the one that was made right before the movie was released. And so cool. So cool! Anyway, I'm kind of happy now, because it was just driving me crazy that he couldn't steer his own car with his own hands. I mean, what good is a Batman that can't steer his own vehicle? So, there we go. Ha-ha! Alright, so, anyway, post in the comments what you think about my steering wheel and my little overexcitement for the Batmobile from Todd McFarlane. Now, I did look at all the different Batmobiles they had, and this is the one I wanted for a number of reasons. One is it's open on top. And since I'm going to use this with the He-Man world, all their vehicles are open on top. That's just how they are. There is a couple where it doesn't really close, but it has like a closing type feature. In the cartoon, they had a lot that closed. But in the actual toys, they were all set He-Man on top of it. And that was pretty much about it. Now, they did make some model versions that closed, and they did make some later on with with classics that have a roof on it. And then, of course, the Talon Fighter, that one does close. But for actual driving vehicles, they're all open on top. So I wanted the same kind of aesthetic. And second, it's got lights and sounds. I mean, come on. How cool is that? I know right now I got all these lights on so you can't see it too well. But it's pretty cool. And it is monstrously big. It's like almost 2 feet from end of tail to front of the blade on the front. And that is just too cool to pass up. And yeah. And then, of course, I asked my oldest son, I said, so which Batmobile is your favorite? And he said this one here, and I showed him some pictures. But I have to admit, my very favorite one is, of course, the Michael Keaton from the first movie, only because that's what I was like, oh, that's so cool. But it did have the big old round thing in front here. And so I do kind of like this, actually, now that I know the difference, almost better. But I don't know. I do like this one a lot. But if I was to get the Michael Keaton one, it has a roof on it that slides, and his head would have never fit in that Batmobile with his larger body. All right, so there you go. Where is my He-Man figure? Looking all over for him. I don't see him anywhere. Nope. I got a bunch of other He-Man figures sitting around. Oh, but I don't have the classics one to show you the size comparison. Oh, there he is. Oh, there we go. Oh, see how cool that looks? Oh, Batman, you got a really cool vehicle. Yes, I know. Anyway, so fun stuff. So, that's all I got. Check out this cool video, and I guess, what does Batman say? No one's ever told me. You know, vengeance is mine, I am the knight, I don't know. Something he says. But anyway, watch this video, and then we'll Darth Vader it out. Until next time, I'll use what He-Man says. Until next time, huh, 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 huh. Where? Focus. Good journey. Bye now.
Yeah, this one time I was fighting crime and this gang with the Joker ran over my line. He broke into me and he was like, this ain't right, you gotta get a better ride. I'm Batman, he broke out me a cool new Batmobile with lights and sound and turbo speed.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!
Yeah, this one time I was fighting crime and this gang with the Joker ran over my line. He broke into me and he was like, this ain't right, you gotta get a better ride. I'm Batman, he broke out me a cool